Buongiorno a tutti, a nome del Presidente Cagnoni e del nostro amministratore delegato Corrado Peraboni vi do il benvenuto a voi qui presenti e a chi ci segue online. Ci siamo salutati a gennaio con un'edizione di Vicenza Oro da record e oggi ci ritroviamo qui a Voice, che è una fiera fisica ma anche digitale per rendere fruibile tutto ciò che succede qui nel resto del mondo. Ringrazio i nostri partner, le istituzioni, le associazioni di categoria, FEMO, che ci hanno supportato per rendere tutto questo possibile e grazie alle aziende che ci aiutano ad arricchire il nostro programma di talk con contenuti innovativi e formativi. Lascio ora la parola al Sales Director di BTT Impianti, Federico Tanganelli. Grazie.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, I want to thank you for being here, and then I want to say I'm Federico Tanganelli, a board member of BTT Italia, and today we talk about how to increase profitability for goldsmith companies after COVID-19. It is possible to reduce workforce, increasing efficiency of the process, negotiation with suppliers, outsourcing or incorporate some process, and increase the scraps value. Today we will focus our attention on this last point. First of all, which kind and which type of scraps a company can have. Scraps in solid form, for example, defects parts, milling and vibrating and other process scraps, galvanic, emptying, bombing and exhausted solution in liquid form, for example, sludge, which can be produced after wastewater final treatment, and ash and dust as a byproduct from burning and melting process. It's very important to know which type of metals can create and give value to the scraps. First of all, the most important is gold, silver too, platinum, palladium, rhodium, ruthenium, copper, and nickel. What is the business goal for an entrepreneur which wants to increase his profitability today? Increase the profitability too, increase the workforce, process circularity, sustainability. For example, what we mean with sustainability? We mean in a fashion sector, okay, for example, sustainability means the possibility to work with the big brands. And last but not the least, ethical metal. What we mean with ethical metal, okay, and ethic systems. We mean the avoiding to the explanation, okay, of people, child, and environment. It's very important because, for example, we mean don't use cyanide and mercury in a mining process, which are very dangerous, as you know. What are the solutions for an entrepreneur? It's very important to have between an expert partner, okay, a partner with specific knowledge. What we mean, for example, in technological sector, one of the most important scraps are the electronic board, okay? You can think about this. In 1 ton of electronic iPhone board, we can obtain and recover 400 grams of gold, more or less for a value of 20,000 euro, so very high. But it's very important to have legal, environmental and administrative advice too, and the internationality of his partner, okay? BTT is all of this because we have done this job in 47 countries, in 5 continents, from 45 years old, in more than 10,000 plants. So, we have many experience in big projects, but for the small projects too. For example, BTT has created an internal refining plant for a galvanic company, okay? And with this plant, this customer for us, it was able with a starting investment about 500,000 euro to obtain payback time in only 6 months and increase his profitability with 100% of metal recovered, 100% of control of the process without producing waste, increasing workforce, and stopping to give the metals and the scraps to all the suppliers or refiners. So, which is your goal? A goal for an entrepreneur? I mean, increase the profit, starting recovering process, circularity, sustainability, and find a right partner. In which steps we can obtain this? First of all, preparing scraps homogeneous and quantifiable. Then analyzing and quantify its value. And last, design the refining plant for recovering all the metals. What we can obtain at the end of the process? Fine precious metals. For example, here there is a picture where we can find 99.99% of purity of gold in the final product, okay? So fine precious metal is the most important product we can have at the end of the process, but new waste too, okay? This new waste we can convert to special companies, but these special new waste are transformed in, for example, in fertilizers, so it's possible to reuse it as exhausted coffee, okay, for example, or you can think about the plastic bottle, okay, in PET, where are used to create new pile pullovers. So it's very important. So BTT Italia can help the most virtuous operators of the sector to create, design some plants for recovery these precious metals from the scraps, and for increasing the scraps the value. Okay. For many further informations, we are at hall number 2, stand 144, and thank you for your attention. We wait you in our stand. Thank you.